Welcome to today's edition of Crypto Corner at InvestorIdeas.com, news on what's driving the cryptocurrency market. This podcast was sponsored by cryptocurrency payment technology Flip, a creation of FitPay Inc., a leading provider of cutting-edge payment technology and a subsidiary of NextID, traded on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol NXTD. NextID is a provider of healthcare devices as well as payment credential management and authentication platform services. Learn more about how to order Flip at fliptopay.com. And Crypto Corner is also sponsored by Genesis Blockchain Technologies, or GBT. GBT is a powerful cryptocurrency centralized-decentralized exchange, which will include a broad range of services and benefits from cryptocurrency and blockchain markets development, while avoiding complications and risks arising from cryptocurrency ownership, transfer, and exchange. You can download the Genesis Exchange and Wallet app at Google Play and on the Apple App Store. Learn more at www.mygenesis.io. Hey folks, Sam Mowers here, your host for Crypto Corner. So for today's stories, we're going to talk about a milestone for CBDCs, some interesting results from a survey done by Blockchain Capital, some first quarter financial results from payments firm Square pertaining to Bitcoin, and the latest Binance partnership. Let's get started. The central banks of Canada and Singapore have successfully piloted cross-border and cross-currency payments with central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, according to a statement published today. The CBDCs are based on payment networks developed by each country, Project Jasper from the Bank of Canada and Project Ubin from the Monetary Authority of Singapore, or MAS. Swapnendu Mohanty, the chief fintech officer of MAS, said, quote, Project Jasper and Project Ubin have built on previous innovations in the payments area to demonstrate that cross-border payment and settlement can be made simpler and more efficient. Together, these projects have addressed many technical questions and brought the technology to a higher level of maturity. The next wave of central bank blockchain projects can make further progress by bringing technology exploration together with policy questions about the future of cross-border payments. It is challenging work, and we welcome other central banks to join us in this global collaboration to bring benefit to our consumers, business, and the broader financial industry. End quote. The results of a survey conducted on behalf of venture capital firm Blockchain Capital reveal that a considerable majority of Americans are aware of Bitcoin. The percentage of people in the U.S. that have heard of Bitcoin rose from 77% when the survey was conducted in October 2017 to 89% as of April 2019, just last month. Perhaps most interestingly, positive perception of Bitcoin as a financial innovation has actually increased from 34% in the 2017 survey to 43% as of last month. Now, this is maybe unexpected considering the long bear market that has characterized the time between surveys. In other words, one might not expect views of Bitcoin to improve while the market is going through such uncertainty. So a conclusion drawn from the data reads, quote, the results highlight that Bitcoin is a demographic megatrend led by younger age groups. The only area where older demographics matched younger demographics was awareness. Regardless of age, the vast majority of the American population has heard of Bitcoin, end quote. Payments company Square Inc., which is traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol SQ, published its Q1 earnings report revealing record-high Bitcoin revenues at $65.5 million. This was tempered somewhat, however, by the Bitcoin costs reported, which stood at $64.7 million. So this puts profits from Bitcoin transactions at about $830,000, which is still the highest figure so far reported from the company. And finally, CoinDesk reports that crypto exchange giant Binance has partnered with Elliptic, which is a blockchain analytics startup, to enhance its regulatory compliance and security. This follows a similar partnership Binance made with security firm CipherTrace last month to boost their anti-money laundering compliance. You can hear about that on the April 12th episode of Crypto Corner. But the Elliptic partnership will give Binance access to software which will allow them to identify potential transactions linked to illicit activities such as money laundering and terrorist financing. Now, I would say that this is a trend we will see continue Anti-money laundering and terrorism financing are some of the most common reasons given by governments for regulation, at least ostensibly, so it's no surprise to see big players like Binance getting ahead of the game like this. That does it for today's Crypto Corner. If you would like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website, and this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products, services, or securities. Investors are reminded all investment involves risk and possible loss of investment. To hear more InvestorIdeas.com podcasts, please visit InvestorIdeas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio.com, and Google Play Music. For disclosure purposes, NextID is a PR news and social media featured company on InvestorIdeas.com.